What is up, YouTube? Hopefully I can do this on one battery and not have to go dig the other one out because my dumb butt forgot to charge the batteries once again. But today we're going to be doing a unboxing. It's probably going to be the name of the title, but it's more like an unbagging. But no one looks up unbagging, so unboxing. And I got this nice bag here from Zoomies. I have another thing in here that I got at a different place, but we're going to go with the Zoomies first. So, if you guys remember when I left my board at the park, I lost all my good equipment, like my good skateboarding stuff. So I had a deck that was given to me, a Revive deck that I love. It's an 8.5 and I'm actually really digging the 8.5. I thought it would have been maybe a little too big for me because I do 8.25. But then my best friend Austin, he bought me another set of pig rails, which was definitely awesome. So I have rails again, and at the time I only had enough money for trucks. So I just grabbed a scrap pair of my scrap bin of wheels and bearings, and the wheels don't slide at all. If you wear wheels down enough, past the top few layers of urethane, they get into like a harder urethane to the core because you don't want your wheels to crack apart. And now they won't slide anything. Like even on the butter benches at skate parks, I can barely do a board slide because they just lock. And I also wanted to try something else. Normally I go with Spitfire, which is and always will be my favorite brand of wheel. But I decided to try a different kind now because they were on sale in the size I wanted. So I got a set of just kind of like weight basic OJ 54mm. Now I've been skating for almost a decade now, and I have never ever tried 54mm. I've always, from beginning to now, done 52, and I really like 52. So, what I'm seeing about this I really like in the beginning is there's no stupid grooves in the wheel. Mini logo is a huge, mini logo and bones really do it. And I don't like those grooves. The grooves are meant so you can grip the ground better, but it takes forever to wear them away because I like a little slicker wheel. So this has no grooves. That's kind of what sold me on it, and it was only 25 bucks, which is the cost of Spitfires in the size 52, because 54 is usually a little bit more. So they're on sale, and I thought, hey, I've never tried OJ, and I've never tried 54, and I wanted 54 because a lot of the street spots I go to, being on the East Coast, have big cracks and rough ground, so I wanted a bigger wheel to try to help me out with that. Because I went to a quarter pipe a long time ago, well, maybe a year ago, with a dude who rocks 56s. And right before the quarter pipe, this DIY quarter pipe, there's a big crack. And I would have to do like a little mini ollie over the crack to do a trick on the quarter, making it super difficult because it's a very tiny, steep quarter. So I've gotten tricks on it before, but his 56s rolled over like nothing. But he skates with risers, so I thought, let's try 54s so I don't have to deal with the risers. But can't wait to try these, and I'm definitely gonna, mention them in future videos to tell you how they were working, how they're going. But also on top of that, the last thing I needed to replace on my board, once I find it, was my bearings. So I got my absolute favorite bearings here. This is Rush Bombers, the blue edition. They have a silver edition and a Swiss edition. I have always gotten the blue. Now, I have tried other bearings before. I've tried roughly, just for my skateboard products alone, probably about 1,000 companies. This year is really one of the only years that this and last year, the only years I started buying the same board company again, because I worked my way through probably about 150 board companies before I finally picked out a couple that I like, one including Revive. But these are my favorite bearings. So they're $10, which is half the cost of Bones Red's bearings. They are faster, they last longer, and they don't squish out on drops. Now Bones, they don't squish out on drops either, and the only reason I mention that is because I have a friend who's dedicated to Lucky's, another $10 bearing, and they squish out on drops all the time. And he knows that. He likes to be more like tech manual skater, so he's not a big fan of ledges and that. So these are my absolute favorite bearings. If you guys have a Zoomies near you, definitely try a pair of these, and leave me your thoughts below, how you like them, because they're half the cost of phones, and that is a lot when it comes to buying full builds and that. Finding ways to save a little bit of money. So instead of getting diamond hardware, you get the independent mini box that's $1 instead of $4, and you can cut big prices off it. So my friend who skates the Luckies said, yeah, you know, I really used to like Rush Bombers, and at the time in high school he was my best friend. So I decided to grab a pair, and I've loved them since. And sadly, I've had to skate other bearings for a little over a year because Zumiez just wasn't stocking them. And finally, the guy who actually works at not the store I went to today, but a different one, actually called me. And, because they have my number on file, and he called me to say they finally got them in. So that's definitely awesome. But I got something else in this bag that definitely, I'm a cheap person, so I try to save as much money as I can. But the next one, definitely you can't beat the price. Alright, so since I was able to save some money on the bearings and the wheels, I thought I really could use a new pair of shoes. These are my old skate shoes. Now this is Walmart brand Airspeed, and I know what you're all saying, ooh, he skates Walmart brand. Now what you guys don't realize is, because you might not be old enough, is Airspeed used to be like the Nike SB. These were like top dog skate shoes. I have a lot of old Transworld mag, because I've been subscribed to the Transworld mag for probably about 8 or 9 years now, and Airspeeds used to be some of the biggest shoes. They still do sponsor people, actually. And one day they were doing bad, like a lot of skate companies sadly do, especially in the early to mid 2000s. A lot of companies shut down. So Airspeed was on that brink of shutting down, and Walmart said, well, what if we, you know, buy your shoe and you guys will continue to make money, but they'll be sold at a different cost. So traditionally, 90% of the time, these are on sale. So you could probably get these for $10 to $20, and they are suede, and it's very rare to have the stitching break. Normally I hate the stitching on the side of the toes and that, because they blow out quick, and once the stitching comes out, then they kind of start to fall apart, if you guys know what I mean. And a lot of shoes do that. Now a lot of the Volk soles now, and a lot of them have removed the stitching and moved to a glue and epoxy, so you can avoid that. But even though these are stitched on the side, they don't rip how you would expect. So the reason I needed a new pair of shoes is when I was trying 50/50s on the rail a couple weeks ago, I kept landing hard on my toes to the point that I actually blew the stitching out here. Now the shoes are old, so I'm not like mad at the shoes, but I blew out the stitching here on my pop foot, and on my flick foot, I have an insane amount of wear. I've gone through the toe now from doing a lot of kick flips, and my heel flip. This is the real reason why I really needed one, because I can stick my finger right in here. So when I start burning through socks is when I finally draw the straw, and I'll get a new pair of shoes. And like I said, these were probably about $20 from Walmart. Well, there's this place in a town about 25 minutes from me. Normally I never go to that town, but now that I work pretty close to it, only a couple miles away, I decided to go, and I got the Zumiez stuff. I said, while I'm in the area, I might as well go to the store. It's called Plato's Closet. And what it is it's like kind of like a Goodwill, kind of. Rich people donate their clothing, their shoes, their work attire, stuff like that. And they get paid for it, unlike Goodwill where you just give it out of your sheer goodwill. The rich people actually get paid for the stuff they drop off. And they sell name brand clothes and shoes and things like that at a very discounted rate. So I lucked out. I haven't gone there probably in a little over a year, because every time I go, they don't have any skate shoes. And I was actually mad the last time. They had a big sign and a shelf labeled skate shoes, and it was all Janikowski's new shoes, where they're like boat shoes, sandals, like nothing you want to skate in. But I went this time, since I was in the area, and I picked up a pair of Nikes. Actual Nike SB, suede, very nice, very good looking. And if I can get the sole out, because you guys know I'm flat-footed, I have to take the soles out of all shoes, I'll pull it out a little bit, and when I do a close-up pan and everything, I'll show you how much I paid for it, and you guys tell me if it was worth it or not. But that's everything in the bag. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I definitely am going to set this up, and tomorrow goes up Skater Chan's Old School Sunday. He actually sent me 2 submissions, so that's going to be awesome. I'm waiting on some from Hunter, who runs handboard club, he has to decide what kind of trick he wants to do. But if you guys want to be on Old School Sunday, please let me know in the comments down below. Because, one, it makes my life easier working 50 hours a week, because I filmed one about 3 days ago. So Chandler's is going to go up, then mine's going to go up, and then Chandler's going to go up. So I'm covered for 3 weeks, and that makes me happy. I can edit them all now and schedule them all to upload. So that really, really helps me. And if you guys want to be a part of the series because you have some crazy, weird, old school trick you never see anybody do, because it's entirely based off creativity and sheer awesomeness. But thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'm going to do the quick, zoom pan stuff and end the video there. As always, guys, have a great day. Thank you for making it to the bonus clip. So yeah, I paid 20 bucks for him, but that's irrelevant. What I'm here to talk about right now is, guys, come on. Bangers or firing line? Let me know. What would you guys like to be a part of? What would you like to see me do? Flubber, you comment on almost everything I got, man. What do you want to see? And what would you like to be a part of? I've only gotten 1 vote so far, and I plan on making the video for next Saturday's video, probably. So I definitely need to know that. Let me know down below, or in any other video down below. Just simply say banging or firing line. I mean, you can leave a full comment if you want. You can get into a conversation if you want. Or direct message me on Instagram, or comment on something on Instagram. Banging or firing line, guys. Come on, you're slacking.